The internet has always had a way of blurring the lines between truth, satire, and speculation, and the Marvel Cinematic Universe is no stranger to wild rumors. One of the more recent and unusual claims that has circulated online is the supposed return of a mysterious figure known as Iron Man in the Avengers series. To anyone with even a casual familiarity with Marvel's history, the notion seems absurd, yet the rumor has gained enough attention to warrant clarification. The truth is straightforward. There is no character named Iron Man in Marvel's vast library of heroes and villains, and no such figure is scheduled to appear in any Avengers project. The name itself appears to have originated as an internet joke, a typo gone viral when Iron Man was misread as Iron Man, sparking humorous commentary and fan-created memes. What might seem like a minor gag at first grew into a curiosity, with some people asking in earnest if Iron Man was a hidden character or a new twist in Marvel's plans. The answer is that it is entirely fake. But the way the rumor spread says a lot about fan culture, Marvel's multiverse era, and the hunger audiences have for Iron Man's presence to live on. To understand why a joke like this could resonate, it is important to revisit the role Iron Man has played in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Tony Stark, portrayed by Robert Downey Jr., was not just another superhero in the lineup. He was the cornerstone of the MCU. The first Iron Man film in 2008 was a gamble for Marvel Studios, but it paid off beyond expectations, launching what would become the most successful cinematic franchise in history. Stark's journey was one of reinvention, from billionaire weapons dealer to armored hero, from a self-centered genius to a selfless leader. Across films like the Avengers 2012, Avengers, Age of Ultron 2015, Captain America, Civil War 2016, and ultimately Avengers, Endgame 2019, Tony Stark embodied the heart of Marvel's storytelling. His sacrifice to defeat Thanos provided the MCU with one of its most powerful emotional closures. For many fans, Iron Man is irreplaceable, which explains why rumors about his return, whether as a variant, or even through wild internet creations like Iron Man, continue to surface. The timing of these rumors also ties into Marvel's current narrative direction. With the Multiverse Saga now at the forefront, audiences have seen multiple versions of beloved characters reappear. Spider-Man No Way Home brought back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as alternate Spider-Man, while Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness showcased variants of Strange and the Illuminati. This new framework allows endless speculation. If nearly any version of a character could exist in some universe, why couldn't Iron Man come back under a new guise? It is precisely this context that gives internet jokes like Iron Man just enough of a veneer of plausibility to spread. Fans who desperately want Robert Downey Jr. back in some capacity cling to theories, even when they are rooted in parody or misinformation. But while Iron Man is nothing more than a meme, there is a legitimate development that may have contributed to confusion. Farhan Tahir, the Pakistani-American actor who played Rasada, leader of the Ten Rings terrorist group in the first Iron Man film, is officially set to reprise his role in the upcoming Disney Plus series Vision Quest. This series will follow White Vision after the events of WandaVision, as he searches for his identity and wrestles with his fractured memories. The decision to bring back Raza is fascinating because it ties Marvel's present projects back to its earliest roots. In Iron Man 2008, Raza was the man who captured Tony Stark in Afghanistan and forced him to build weapons for the Ten Rings. That captivity directly led to Stark building his first Iron Man suit and becoming the hero audiences came to love. By reintroducing Raza, Marvel is revisiting the very origin of its universe at a time when it is exploring themes of legacy, memory, and rebirth. The contrast between the fake Iron Man rumor and the real return of Raza speaks volumes about how Marvel fans consume information. On one hand, you have the power of internet humor, which can turn a typo into a theory that some might take seriously. On the other, you have Marvel's actual storytelling choices, which are more nuanced and deeply connected to character arcs than internet speculation gives them credit for. It would be easy for Marvel to invent new heroes and villains out of thin air, but instead, the studio often opts to recycle and expand upon its existing foundation. Bringing back Raza is not about fan service in the same way that multiverse cameos are. It is about giving depth to the MCU's mythology and reminding audiences where it all began. Another layer to consider is the cultural context. The very idea of Iron Man plays on stereotypes and national identities in a way that is clearly tongue-in-cheek, but not rooted in Marvel's creative vision. Marvel does create international characters. Heroes like Black Panther, Scarlet Witch, and Shang-Chi are deeply tied to cultural identities, but these characters are developed with lore, backstories, and respect for their origins. Iron Man, in contrast, is just a meme that uses wordplay for laughs, not a carefully crafted addition to the MCU. If anything, its popularity shows how eager fans are to imagine new possibilities, even when they come from a joke. Looking deeper, the persistence of rumors like this underscores the longing fans have for Iron Man's presence. Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal was so definitive that his absence leaves a noticeable gap in the franchise. Marvel has introduced new armored heroes like War Machine, Ironheart, and even teased the possibility of young Avengers carrying the torch, but none of these characters replicate the charisma, wit, and gravitas of Tony Stark. This vacuum naturally fuels speculation. If the MCU is willing to bring back Spider-Man from different universes or alternate versions of Loki, why not find a way to resurrect Iron Man? The Iron Man meme, while never serious, taps into that shared desire to see Downey return in some form. It is also worth noting that Marvel has not completely ruled out the idea of Tony Stark appearing again. Kevin Feige and other Marvel executives have been careful with their words, suggesting that while Iron Man's story is complete, the multiverse provides opportunities for surprises. Downey himself has expressed gratitude for the role, but has also left the door slightly open for future cameos. Still, if Iron Man does return, it will not be as Iron Man or through fan-invented concepts. It will be in a manner consistent with Marvel's carefully structured storytelling. Ultimately, the Iron Man rumor is a perfect example of how fan culture operates in the digital age. A single typo or joke can ignite a wildfire of speculation, especially when it involves a character as beloved as Iron Man. Yet when we strip away the humor and falsehoods, what remains is something more interesting: Marvel's ongoing effort to honor its legacy while exploring new frontiers. The confirmed return of Raza in Vision Quest is a reminder that Marvel has not forgotten where it started. It is building bridges between its past and its future, ensuring that the stories of characters like Tony Stark continue to echo even after their arcs have ended. The difference is that Marvel does so with intentionality, not through internet memes. So, while Iron Man is not real and will never appear in the Avengers series, the conversation it sparked reflects something meaningful. It reveals how deeply audiences are attached to Iron Man's legacy, how willing they are to believe in the impossible, and how much the MCU has become a playground for theories, both serious and silly. And in a way, that is the magic of Marvel. It keeps fans engaged, talking, and imagining even if sometimes the imagination runs into parody. The truth is that Marvel does not need Iron Man when it already has the enduring legend of Iron Man. And as the franchise moves into its next era, it will continue to balance nostalgia with innovation, weaving old characters like Raza back into the fold, while allowing fans to speculate wildly about what could come next.